Hello and welcome back to another video for Final Fantasy XIV with me, Meoni, and I wanted to introduce a really great feature, especially if you're starting off. This doesn't have any spoilers, we're not going to look at anything, but you're perhaps wanting to get through, obviously at peak time. It might be different sort of times when you get to play Dawntrail today due to queues and other things, but one of the things that they've added is a great feature to allow you to turn off other players who are crowding around NPCs. Now this isn't exactly the best example of this in my personal opinion, but as you can probably see, I've made it so that people turn off when you get close to the NPC. So there are a few things you can do just to explain this. If you go to your character configuration section under the control settings and go all the way to the bottom, you will actually find some tick boxes. So if we untick that, that's how it is default. Imagine if the NPC was here, and imagine if I wasn't late to the party and there was, the servers had just come up. Perhaps you would be crowded around the NPC. Maybe somebody is stood directly on the NPC like this, which people do. They actually do. Now, there are other ways of getting around this. You can hold X on your keyboard if you're a PC player to actually click through people. But obviously there is a much better solution to this, to just have some toggles turned on and off. So this is hide nearby players when close to quest NPCs. If you tick this, that player that was next to the NPC, in fact, for a good circle around it, gets removed. And this is any quest in the game. This isn't just the MSQ here, any quests. So that applies to your dailies, things like that you might be doing, your tribal quests, it's called social quests now, I forget. You can also hide nearby party members. If you have this non-ticked, if you're in a party and you're in a crowded area, you can actually make it so that you could stand next to an NPC. Let's say that was Ishtola and you wanted a group picture. If you invited people to your party and stood next to her, you'd have no one else in that circle. They wouldn't be able to photobomb your picture if you timed it perfectly, and you'd be able to take a picture with the NPC. Another great feature is also hide nearby players when interacting with quest NPCs. Now, I'm not going to click on that one because obviously that's the MSQ, but of course, if we did tick this, this would only come into play, this toggle here, when I interacted with the NPC. So if you're fine with seeing people around and things like that until you interact with a quest NPC, that's how it would look if I was to interact with that character right now. So there's lots of toggles, lots of options. You can also tick off and on party member visualizations as well. It's just such a good feature, and I think we're gonna realize obviously that this is a much bigger thing than we remember it being, and we're gonna forget that this was ever a thing before, I think. But no more having to try and click through players, especially on a controller on PlayStation or consoles in general. This is going to be a complete game changer. So anyway, I thought I'd demonstrate that, and just make sure that you go to character configuration, control settings. Right at the bottom of this list, you'll find these tick boxes. It also hides minions as well as mounts and things like that, which is really good because sometimes that can be annoying. Anyway, much love, more videos on the way, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.